The historic Salt Lake City Cemetery reopened to the public today, 9 months after a major windstorm along the Wasatch Front caused some pretty major damage.
Fox 13's Diego Romo was there as Mayor Aaron Mendenhall discussed the work that still needs to be done.
The 172-year-old Salt Lake City Cemetery is the largest municipally owned cemetery in the United States. Many of the city and state's most influential residents are buried here, and after 9 months of being closed, it's officially reopened to the public.
All of us can remember the powerful storm that came through Salt Lake City in September of last year.
Gusts of over 100 miles per hour toppled thousands of trees around the city. The Salt Lake City Cemetery experienced some of the worst damage from the storm.
No single location was hit harder than this very place we stand today, where the Salt Lake City Cemetery lost 265 trees.
Many of the trees were over 100 years old, dating back to the founding of the cemetery in the mid-1800s.
As soon as the cemetery staff realized the extent of the damage on September 8th, they closed the cemetery to the public as a safety precaution and to make sure that the hundreds of historic headstones and other monuments were not further damaged or disturbed.
The city says so far, repairs have cost close to $500,000, but there is still work to be done, including headstone restorations and the replanting of roughly 50 trees.
Actually, there were still some trees and root balls being removed just a couple of weeks ago.
The Friends of the Salt Lake City Cemetery organization was also present at the reopening ceremony. The group was formed just a few weeks before the September 2020 windstorm.
The mission of the Friends organization is to work with the city and other stakeholders to preserve, protect, and enhance this historical and cultural state treasure.
The city is working to establish the cemetery as an arboretum through a multi-year replanting effort, and the reopening comes just 1 week before Memorial Day, which is one of the busiest days of the year here at the cemetery. In Salt Lake City, Diego Romo, Fox 13 News.